He's got a psychology degree.
I don't know. So I don't know. He's got a pretty good thing about like how to motivate your teammates into.
Yeah. I mean, he's just that kind of a personality, though. He's a very optimistic person. So, but regardless,
Yeah.
let's jump into your game now. Are you going up? First of all, in the 1K games, well, in the 0K games, um, there's not going to be any structure. There's not going to be any particular lanes. There's just going to be
Yeah.
heroes.
I
Heroes
probably
going to
wait. When did I play this?
today.
Was that like today?
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Uh,
oh, was
oh
that? Oh,
yes,
that was today. Oh, actually, this one might not be too bad. I think I went top. Yeah, I went safe lane.
earlier
I got.
today. So you went safe lane, and what are the lanes actually?
We have sniper mid and then Pudge CM bottom.
Okay, so this is what I mean. People don't really. The thing is like why did you take? Do you know what the role of
I mean,
Timbersaw
like
is?
I would usually go off lane, but then I life stealer. I don't know, just went to the jungle and like like people just kind of do whatever, and you just have to go somewhere.
Yeah, I understand, but people had things marked, right? People marked places.
I marked mid, and then the dude picked sniper and went mid.
Well, he could have gone carry lane though.
Yeah, or I think he random sniper, so I picked something else. I was gonna I was gonna play. I don't know. I think I was gonna play a melee carry like Jug, and then I would have just got wrecked by Bristleback. So I have like a bunch of Timbersaw games. My win rate hasn't been very good though. So
Okay, I mean,
yeah, then they have an off lane invoker, so you just don't even know what you're gonna see.
the thing is like, okay, a few things here. Um, it's more important to learn these things rather than getting into the game, getting into the specifics of the game. You know, because this is where you start losing. You know,
Right.
um, if you pick a bad hero in and take him in a bad spot, like if you pick a okay, yeah, if you pick a bad hero and take him into a bad spot, you're putting yourself at a huge disadvantage. What I mean by bad hero is a hero who is really hard to play, right?
Hmm.
A hero like, as I said, Invoker, Tinker, Meepo, these heroes. If you pick that, then you are already putting yourself in a really bad, really huge disadvantage. If you
Right.
are taking a hero into the wrong lane, for example, if you're playing like right now, you're playing Timbersaw, and Timbersaw is okay in the carry lane. He's fine. He's completely fine. It's just that your other lanes suffer a lot.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. The off lane's pretty weak.
yeah, your offlane is horrible because you've got a support hero in the offlane who's not going to do much, and then you've got a Pudge in the offlane who once again is not going to do much. Not going to care too much about the enemy carry lane or anything like that, but it's just that your offlane is not going to. The point of the offlane is it's going to be a hard lane for any hero, and it's going to be tough to leech XP and some farm, and
Hmm.
the offlaner has to do a lot with a little bit of XP and farm. Now, the role of the support is not to do either of those things. The role of the support is to ensure that his carry has a decent lane. Now, you're up
Yeah.
against an invoker, and you were saying that it might like invoker in the offlane is really bad, but not when he's 1v1. Because if invoker is 1v1, then that's just like a mid matchup,
Hmm.
right? So right now in this lane, Invoker is suddenly the stronger one because he is getting free XP. He's going to get free farm. You're not going to be able to contest anything at all. In fact, he might even be able to harass you a fair bit, but you're not going to be able to do anything because you have no support in this lane. This is supposed to
Right.
be carry lane, safe lane, your lane, but you're not going to be able to do anything in this lane. In fact, if he's a good player, then he can actually keep pushing out the wave and force you to farm under the tower constantly, and you're not going to be able to do. You're not going to be able to get CS. In the mid lane, you can't do that. You can quite easily reset the lane, but in this lane, you can't reset.
I scared him. I just kept scaring him out, which I found odd. But I don't know. I guess he didn't think he could take me on.
Uh,
Dragon Knight shows up at some point here.
well, let's see what his MMR is. Can't really see, but he should be around that same level as well. I guess if you
Yeah,
scare
this
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 guy,
is like a 700 average game. So I think the
yeah.
highest was like 900.
I mean, if you kind of scare this guy, maybe he won't. Maybe he'll move back every time. But like right now, you're actually getting a huge advantage because you're like you've got a creep advantage as well and everything, and he's not really harassing you. He's not farming too much. But if you like, if you were up against a better player, then
Mhm.
he would be actually getting way more last hits than you. Let's see, 5 and 2. Yeah, so he's a bad at last. He's bad at last hitting as well. But you're missing out a lot of last hits to harass him as well. So you're kind of giving up some of your farm to make sure he doesn't get too much farm as well. So I don't know. If I was you in this play in this game, I would definitely be 100% focusing on farming and not too much bothered with Invoker because he can't harass you too much, especially at this point, level 3. You should have had two
Okay.
points. If you had 2 points in reactive armor, then there's no way he can harass you, and you can just do what a carry is supposed to do and just farm. Like you're missing these last hits, very very simple last hits, and you really should not be missing those.
Yeah.
It's really really important. Now, coming back to the point about lanes. Now, if you'd put Sniper in this lane and you had gone mid, now imagine what would have happened. Sniper is a ranged carry and he harasses the hell out of people. If Sniper had been here, he would have completely wrecked the Invoker, right? He would have been getting a decent amount of farm and wrecking Invoker. You'd been mid,
hmm
there's a melee hero in the mid lane. Every
Melee. That would be
yeah,
a
every
lot
time
lot more
Bloodseeker
even.
comes in, yeah, every time Bloodseeker comes in close to last hit, you just use Whirling Death. He's just gonna be crying, especially if he's got uh, Blood Rage on him. He's gonna take even more damage.
Have to go
Uh,
back to Fountain and
absolutely.
cause a lot of
So
problems. Yeah.
at the moment, obviously Sniper is gonna be. Oh wow! Look at that. Sniper's got one last hit, and this guy's got 9 last hit. So I was about to say at the moment Sniper should be wrecking Bloodseeker, but it turns out that. Uh,
No,
Snipe.
Bloodseeker goes off this game and just
Yeah, you can
Bloodseeker.
see why.
Yeah.
You can see why. Because Sniper's got one lasted, and this guy's got 10 lasted and 8 denies. Holy shit, he's got 8 denies. He's got more denies than anybody else in the game has lasted.
Yeah.
So,
He just like wrecks their whole team at the end of the game, basically.
yeah, exactly. Like, and if you had gone mid, there is absolutely no way he would have been able to get farm or anything at all. Uh,
Okay.
so these are the things that you really need to focus on because you have to understand that these are the more important things. Getting last hits, nobody's gonna get too many last hits. Last hits are, farming is everybody's gonna be bad at farming and making decisions, bad decisions, things like that. So,
It's a silly death here. But
yeah, like the two reasons you died here. First reason is
I tanked the creeps,
No, the
which is
first reason is that you
well.
don't have many reactive armor charges. Like
Yep.
you're against a ranged hero, and you didn't get too many reactive armor charges, reactive
hmm
armor points. Second reason is obviously you panicked here. If you chained here where you were clicking, you might have escaped. On top of that, you kind of walked right into your own creeps. Your creeps were coming up from here, and you would have been blocked by them anyway. So even if you, yeah, the two reasons why you died. If you had 10 reactive armor charges, there's no way Invoker kills you because he just right clicked you to death. And if you had 10 armor, actually more than 10 armor, because it's 1.2 per stack, so you
Yeah.
would have had like 12 armor, 12 extra armor. There's no way you would have died 12 armor. What does it say? Okay, 29. So at 6 armor, at 3 armor, you've got 29% resist. So
hmm
it doesn't. Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh, I think we get a kill here.
The Dire might want to mine their top tower.
Yep.
So's hot for me.
Okay.
You're one of the good
Dire's
ones.
mid tower's having technical difficulties.
Yeah, so last hitting is something I would say is one of your biggest
Yeah.
issues. Well, it's not surprising, to be honest. It's everybody's biggest issue at your skill level.
Hmm.
And the other thing is, like, you're new to Dota. You are going to be bad at last hitting. It's normal. So the biggest thing I can say is go to arcade, go to this game called Last Hit Challenge, and
Oh, okay.
honestly, um, just play Last Hit Challenge as much as possible. Play until you're um, don't worry about accuracy. Don't worry about anything. Just worry about last hits, right? It's gonna be if you use the 2 minute one, 2.5 minute one, then at 2.5 minutes you will have 20 creeps in your lane. If you get this last hit, this number up to 18, then you can start playing regular Dota. Uh, Honestly, if it takes 10 days to do this, just do that. Don't play Dota.
It'll be
Just
worth
play.
it. Yeah.
It'll absolutely be worth it. Um, Obviously, it's not a real world scenario. It's nobody's challenging you, but you're not going to have any items. It's going to be your base damage. So
Hmm.
in a way, it kind of evens it out. But um,
If I
yeah,
can't do it there, I won't be able to do it here anyway.
absolutely, exactly. Also, you should have used up your healing salve a long time ago. Nice, well played.
And then the two ages of yapping.
Chakra.
Dire's
Nice,
top
nice,
tower's
very
falling
nice.
under
Red
fire.
die, very nice. Okay, so at around this point, you've got your level 6. You have to go back to base. I hope you go back to base.
Listen up.
No, you have to go back to base. You have to go back to base.
Radiant's top tower is
Okay,
taking hits.
so okay, there are two types of heroes. There are heroes who right click, and there are heroes who use spells. Right? Timbersaw does not right click. Timbersaw uses spells. So your
Hmm.
spells depend on mana. If you have low mana, then it doesn't matter how much HP you have. You're useless. You know, you need to go back to base to get your full mana. So if you've gone back to base, then while you're in base, you click this thing and you're like, huh, this guy, Bloodseeker, is level 8. Nobody in our team is even well, I wouldn't say close to, but nobody in our team is level 8. He's got 2 kills already. You quickly find him on the map and you check what he has, and you're like, okay, this guy is like getting farmed. He's getting ahead. So I just went back to base. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna TP into this lane and I'm gonna try and kill him. Even if you don't kill him, if you put some pressure on him, it'll be enough. And even if you don't do that, you need to check who is dominating the game, and you need
Hmm.
to keep a TP. And every time, like right now, you see the Bloodseeker here. Just keep checking. If the Bloodseeker starts to go on your sniper, you just TP on. You just TP into that lane and help him out. Do some damage. Do some harass. Put some pressure on him. Let the Bloodseeker know that he can't just get some free kills on this map. So that is another way you can prevent people from just scaling. Okay,
Listen to me now.
that
Yeah,
is,
that happens.
yeah. I mean, once again, it's because you didn't have enough reactive armor stacks and also took way too much damage. So I think there's two people there, and it's
Oh, it's all so clear to me now.
yeah. At this point, you're dead.
Radiant's
You
mid
click
tower's
this, and you're
coming
like,
apart.
okay, now this guy's got 4 kills.
Dire's top tower's
So
getting beat down.
really, you need
Them
to
Dire
put some
buildings are
pressure on
taking
this
the
guy. You
hill
need
for
to go
now.
and gank him or kill him or You know,
Okay. Yeah, I probably
yeah,
have to work on like my overall like awareness of
exactly.
what's going
That's
on.
yeah. This is what I was talking to you about earlier. That if you have a great understanding of your hero, you know which skills to level up. You know exactly which skill does what. You know what items to get. You know exactly what you should be doing, how you should be doing it. Then you have the potential to be looking around the map at these other things. You know, trying to figure out. You know, okay, so Bristleback. You know, he is level 5 at this point, so he probably has 3 points in his quills. Okay, if he was smart, he probably has 3 points in his quills, so he's doing like 60 damage plus 34 per stack. So he's gonna do X amount of damage to me. If I get 3 stacks on me, then the next one is gonna do something around like 250 damage, physical damage, which is a lot. At the same time, Invoker is level 7, so Invoker probably is it's a Exhort Invoker. You need to check what Invoker he is. Obviously, that's something that you can figure out by level 3. Usually level 1, but safe to be at level 3. And then you're like, okay, he's level 7. He maximum has 3 points in his exhort, so his main spell is going to be, cold snap and sunstrike. So you quickly click on him, you hover over sunstrike, and okay, 300 pure damage. So you just have to make sure that you have more than 300 HP at when you are escaping and things like that. It's important to get this information. The more information you have, the better decisions that you can make. Now you've already just if you know these levels, you already just assessed that okay, if Bristleback has 3 stacks of the quills on you, and Invoker is level 7 as well, then that means 250 damage plus 300 damage. So if you are around like 500 HP, you will die if this guy lands a sunstrike on you, and if this guy presses quills one more time. So these are the look at your HP. You're so easily dead if this guy gets 3 points in uh, 3 stacks in of quills on you. See, he's already got 3 stacks, but your Invoker died, so it's okay. Look at that. He did what,
Delusions of grandeur.
200 damage to you just now. He doesn't have
Yeah.
he doesn't have level 3 though. He doesn't have level
Yeah.
3. This is like we were thinking of the worst case scenario, right? That's what's important. Anyway,
What
Yeah, no,
um,
like you said, it's probably important for me to find like a hero that it is like easier for me to play so I can
yeah,
like look and like get a better understanding of what's going on around the map and what my
absolutely.
opponents are doing.
Absolutely. Like like right now you should have been like, okay, Nike's TP and Nike's is here, Pudge is TPing in. If you hadn't gone in for this fight, I don't know why you went in. Maybe you saw the Pudge, maybe you didn't. But if you didn't see the Pudge, then this was the wrong decision to do.
Okay.
Also, I think Lifestealer made a big mistake. Lifestealer was obviously not checking. Like he did not see the Pudge TPing in. If Lifestealer had seen Pudge TPing in, then he would have waited like what 4 seconds, and then he wouldn't have died. He literally wouldn't have died because Pudge was here. Pudge would have rotated around. That's most likely what he would have done. He would have rotated around, try to get a hook. If he gets a hook, guaranteed Lifestealer doesn't die. So the decision of you guys to go into this fight was bad if you didn't see the Pudge coming, and even if
No,
you
no, I
saw.
actually didn't know Pudge was TPing.
Okay, so if you
So
didn't see the Pudge coming, then this was a bad decision on both of your parts.
right, Pudge?
okay.
Carrying on, there is a bristleback in your lane for a while. You should have bought a stick.
Oh
Just
yeah.
a stick.
Okay.
Midsummer's coming apart.
I keep forgetting it, but it's this is called
Yeah.
pop. Yeah, so you should have just bought a stick.
Just the stick. Okay.
Just a stick. Yeah. Um, the stick would have saved your life several times. Gives you free mana. You don't really care too much about HP. Well, actually, you do because you've
Summer's
gone
getting
for a
here.
very very greedy build. So you actually do care about HP as well at this point. Should have gone for that kill, to be honest. It was okay. If you'd landed Chakram, then you should have just gone in for that kill. Not a left lucky. Nice hook. You can't throw your chains just like that. Uh, Really important to take an extra second,
Dire's top tower's
but
getting
ensure that
weak.
that chain is gonna hit.
Mhm.
Mana boots. Alright, once again, you don't have a TP on you. Keep a TP on you. It's very, very important. Not so much to. Oh, you're gonna die here. Alright, another thing is when there is a Bloodseeker in the game, you always want to keep a TP on you.
Oh
Because
yeah, I
Bloodseeker
can
has.
TP out a rupture.
Absolutely. Also, you still haven't used your mana boots. You might have actually had another mana boots by now. Another charge. Yeah, probably would have had another charge of mana boots. Um, let's go back. Yeah, so the last time you used mana boots, I mean, they came out online at 9 minutes 19 seconds, right? Then you didn't use
Mhm.
them. You used
For
them here,
minute
right?
and a half. Or
9 minutes 19 seconds. So it's almost 2 minutes now. Yeah, you can use these almost once every minute. Now you could have used these. By this time, you could have used it. This would have been maybe the third time you were using it. So
okay.
there's no point getting mana boots. Mana boots are already not great, honestly speaking.
I deconstruct them when I build
No, no,
Bloodstone.
I know. But the point is that mana boots are for cores already not good. You know, they're not good at all because
Right.
you can get more mana from many other items. You know, this item is only useful when you are close to other heroes, so that you give them mana as well.
Okay.
Um, but on a single person, they're really not good. That's why mostly you'll see supports buying it. Obviously, you're gonna buy it because you want Bloodstone. But if you're not even using them once a minute, then
It's
don't
not
even
worth the purchase.
don't even go for mana boost. Just go for like uh, this one point booster.
Okay.
Because if you're not going to use it, then might as well get some HP out of it. So it's really important to use your items when you have them. And it's a very, very common mistake all the way up to 2K. Even like higher 2K people will be making this mistake, not with mana boots, but with other items that they don't use these other items. Hell, I even make these mistakes sometimes when I freshly make an item. I forget that I have that item, and I forget to use it. So it's completely fine. All right. 12 minutes in. I say you're afraid of this guy. You shouldn't have been. You shouldn't have been afraid of this guy. He's coming in. Let him come in. Just use Whirling Death. Just use your Q. Right now, you use your Q. Your Q doesn't just do damage. It also reduces the enemy's stats, all their stats, by 15%. That means that his effective HP you will automatically reduce by 15% for 14 seconds. Yeah, 14 seconds. So you'll reduce his. So he will have something like 800 HP, and after that you will do the damage, which is 150. Right. So he's gonna end up with something like 700. No wait, he's got 1200 HP. So what did I say? That was 25%. Sorry, 15% is more like uh, 200. So he's going to be around 1,000 HP after using Verdict Death before damage. And then after damage, you're going to do 150 more damage. So he's going to be at 850. He's going to be at 850 HP all of a sudden, temporarily.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
that's a and every single bit of damage you do to him is going to be even more damage because he's 15% less. All of his stats. He's going to have less mana. He's going to have less agility. He's going to have less HP. It's going to have less damage, right click damage. Everything's going to be 15% less. You use one Burning Death, and then you throw out a Chakram. And then you actually do some serious damage to him. You probably reduce his HP by minimum half immediately. And then he has to run away, which he already
Hmm.
did without you even using Burning Death. Yeah. And it probably wouldn't have cost you too much because you would have been using your Soul Ring, and then he wouldn't have done this to you.
Okay.
So he definitely wouldn't have been able to do this to you because he would have been at half HP, would have had to go back and heal or something like that. And he definitely you would have lived if you'd gone aggressive on him, literally. Wow, very, very dangerous. You don't have any
Yeah, that
business.
was a little aggressive. As I did that, I was like, I immediately regret this.
Lovely.
Okay, this guy's ruptured. He doesn't understand.
Yeah, that was also really
No, this
aggressive.
is fine.
And then
This one is fine.
oh yeah, Pudge was coming in. Yeah, I died there too.
Just after you died. You made a little bit of a mistake here. Um, the mistake you made was you actually chained in this direction. You should have. Okay, first of all, it's hard to say. I think you should have changed in this direction. You would have been slightly away from the tower. You wouldn't have been
Yeah.
trapped. You would have had an escape route. Also, you were going to go on the Bloodseeker. And then as soon as then you see the the bristleback come in, all right, that's fine. You just walk away. Also, you kind of just took the entire damage of
Yeah.
the.
Yeah. But well, I
Yeah,
was trapped the other direction because I made the bad decision
yeah,
of
but you
going to the
have
left.
you have you can cut out trees, so you could have done.
That
Also, you
probably.
used wording death here. There was no point you doing that.
Yeah, I was trying to hit Invoker and I just missed, basically.
Okay, all right, that's fine. I mean, at the end of the day, the things you do in this game are not as important to learn or fix or look at. It's mostly the
So
things
like the
that,
mechanics.
yeah, like it's mostly the best way for you to learn is, as I said, if you go and watch those videos, that's what you need to learn because there's like so many things that you need to work on. Like I can't just stop the video and talk 20 minutes on one thing. There's no point because
Hmm.
you're not gonna. All I can tell you is just two or three things. You're not gonna learn too much. Um, like it's not possible to concentrate on so many things. You can only concentrate on two or three things. So there's no point in talking about everything. But the most important things are if you go onto my channel, watch those videos that I talk about, improve, improve in general. That's the most important thing. Improve your last hits, improve your um, you know when to pick which heroes. Understand what heroes' roles are, what different heroes' roles are. Like your role is not to be farming, being a carry. That's not your role. Even though you went into that lane,
Hmm.
but that's not your role. Your role is more of create space for your sniper and for your lifestealer. So really, you should not be
Oh,
doing.
sniper left in the middle here for like 15 minutes.
Probably because he died so much, he's like, I don't even care. Didn't he get an abandoned?
Yeah,
Okay, so there's no point looking at this game anymore, to be honest.
yeah, but there's a lot of good stuff from the start to think about.
Yeah, absolutely. Where are we? Here we go. Okay.